everybody, welcome back to Simple Art for Adults. My name's Erin and I have some happy mail to show off today. Just a couple of things before I get started. Happy Sunday. I hope you've all had a good weekend so far. I'm also going to try to record my voice a different way. I'm actually going to use a microphone. If the video or if the audio quality is really bad, after this video I will go back to doing it through my phone the way I always have. So right now what we are going to do is take a look at some happy mail that I have received. The first few things came from an anonymous coloring fairy. I received this one. There was no note in the box. I had no idea it was coming, but this is the vintage classic coloring pages that I had on my wish list. This is by Tatiana Stolova, who is the artist behind all of the happy nice little town books. These pictures in this book they're semi-grayscale, sketchy sort of, but they are just so cool. They're really neat. A lot of them are animals that remind me a little bit kind of like Mythomorphia. I like this one a lot. There's the rabbit surrounded by flowers. That's pretty cute. There's just all kinds of different pictures in here. This is on Create Space paper, but I have ways around that now. And there is also some pictures from all of her other coloring books back here. So it's like a sampler. The steampunk ones are pretty cool. So I'm really happy to have this. So whoever my coloring fairy is that sent this book, I do just want to thank you. I am going to have a lot of fun with it. Then I received another package, whether it's from the same coloring fairy or not, I have no idea, but I received these. I got myself a Tegel sharpener. These are my favorite, so I now have an extra one, and I always need an extra one. I got Whimsical Wonders by Julia Sperry. If you haven't seen this book, it is absolutely fantastic. There are flip-throughs out there, so I'm not going to flip all the way through it. But if you do want to see a flip through, if you want to see me do one, just let me know and I'll get it done for you. Some of these are simpler. Some of them are not simpler. They are, they're quick colors for the most part. So if you look for something quick to color, this is going to get the job done. Again, this is the Create Space paper, but you can use a marker base. The luminance work really well if you happen to have those. But this is a really cute book. It's been on my wish list for a long time, so I'm so happy. And then I had a mishap with my other mermaids coloring book, so I'm really happy to have another copy. I love her work, but I've been kind of terrified to color a lot of the pictures, so I'm gonna have to make one of these my next project after I finish my Sagar Oak Sagner picture that I have been working on. And then I'm also doing a buddy color with Beth and Robin. So there's that too. I've got a couple of different things going on. I'm going to go turn the television off. I am watching somebody's YouTube video and I thought it was turned off. Apparently it is on autoplay. There we go. Now that's off. My apologies. Alright, so and now, the one thing that I did order for myself because I saw a review and I wanted some, and I think it's a great deal. I got the Derry Studio 71 marker set, which is an awesome value. You get 48 different color markers for less than $50. There are, I think, 71 or 72 in the entire line, but the rest of them you have to buy open stock. So I figure we'll start with these and I'll see how much I like them, and then we will, if I like these a lot, then maybe I'll start ordering some of the others. The one reason that I really like these markers as compared to some of the other, what I like to call budget markers, I mean, if they're not Copics, they're budget markers. So we have, this is what they look like. They're a little bit smaller than like the Ohuhu or the Cali Art markers. But we have the standard chisel on this side. Pretty good sized chisel. I think it's bigger than a lot of others. And on the other side, here's the fun part. It's a brush nib, guys. $1 a marker, and they have brush nibs. So I'm so excited, and you can buy these at Consumer Crafts or Amazon. If you want to buy open stock, you can buy individual markers too, and I think they're like $2, somewhere between $1.50 and $2 a piece. And you can get those from Consumer Crafts. So I'm really excited about this today. I'm very much looking forward to getting them swatched out, which is what we're going to do right now, as soon as I find something to write with. So there's 48 colors, and I only have the 150 swatch chart sheet right now, which is kind of crazy, but hey, that happens. So we're going to put Studio 71 markers. I'm going to put 48 set. And if I get others, we'll just swatch them like lower. Alright, so the first one here, and I've tried to put these in like some sort of a color order, but I don't know if I've succeeded. We'll find out. Alright, so we've got, and if I have to redo the swatches, I'll just redo them. So we've got sand, and then blush, and then carnation. I've been wanting to swatch these forever, but I made myself wait until I could video. Then we've got azalea and coral reef. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. If you were following along in the Nice Little Town Color Along, the next episode of that is up. So go ahead and check that out. It's on my channel if you would like to see it. It's the 4th part in the series. All kinds of fun things going on, you guys coloring this weekend. I went to hang out in Becky's Coloring Escape yesterday. It's a fun group of people to hang around with. You guys should go check her out. It was, I think, Saturday night at like 8 or 8:30 is when she streams. So if you guys are looking for a fun live stream to be in, head over and check her out. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm actually going to use the chisel since I'm coloring in a box. It'll make it easier. And this is just cardstock. This isn't marker paper. So I'm not sure how well these swatches are actually going to turn out. There's sand. And I'm not very proficient with markers, so I may just end up making a giant mess. And blush, which is like a pink. Ooh, that's a pretty pink too. Oh yeah, I'm horrible with markers. Horrible, horrible. That's alright. All I need to be able to do is see the colors. Carnation. And you guys need to remember too that they will dry differently than they look on this paper. Maybe I should stick with the brush nib. I think I'm doing a little better with it. Azalea. Yeah, see, I need to practice, don't I? That pink is bright. I mean bright, bright. Alright, I am back. My microphone just died on me for whatever reason. Alright guys, that was really weird. My headphones decided to just unpair themselves randomly, which was interesting. So now I have a little bit extra editing to do. That's no big deal. Ooh, this is a pretty red. I like it. Poppy red. And I am clearly not good with markers. But that's what practice is for. Red rose. I need to take some marker lessons, you guys. I better put something back there, huh? Let me find something before I have an accident. Here's a cardboard tracing pad. Put that back there. Here's going to be the colors I like. We've got sangria. such a lovely color. I like it a lot. And then we've got ruby red. Ruby red grapefruit. That sounds really good. That's similar, but I think it may be actually a little bit lighter and more of a brown tint to it. But like I said, they will dry lighter than they're going on. Orange peel. Oh, nope, don't want the chisel, I want the brush. I'm trying to figure out how these folks do this to where they get the color all nice and smooth, and I know that it has to do with getting your layers done before it dries, but I think it's this paper. I think it's this cardstock. It's like absorbing it so it's drying more quickly. I'm gonna have to go get some marker paper from Hobby Lobby. It'd be better, I think, to practice on the marker paper. Alright, so that was orange peel, tangerine, and then I've got golden sun. Wrong again. I need to start looking at the thing. Ooh, that's nice. That's like a nice gold ochre-y color. Golden sun and then canary. I'm gonna write down a few more, I think. This way you guys can see all the colors, so if you want to maybe order some for yourself, you'll know what you're getting. Sea foam, I can't wait to see that color. Mint, apple green, spearmint green, sprout, that's a cute name for a color, sprout, mantis green. Now I have reached out to Doris, who makes these markers, and let them know that I have purchased the 48 set and that I'm interested in reviewing some of their products. So I'm going to wait for somebody to get back to me with some information, and I'm also going to wait until I've gotten a little bit more proficient with markers before I do like a full-fledged review of them. Because I don't feel like, with my marker ability being what it is, I don't really feel like I have any business reviewing markers. But I do have several different types of markers. I've got some chameleons, a couple Spectrum Noirs, the Cali Arts, and then now these. So I have enough of them now that I could make, you know, a comparison. And I have, of course, my Copic marker that I fill with Gamsol also. So there is that. Cocoa, which isn't cocoa. It's like a really cool, like peachy color, which would be great for skin tones. Nice and pastel. And they do give you plenty, I mean, not plenty, I guess, but they do give you several fair skin tones in here. It's the darker skin tones that I think you're really going to struggle with. There's not that many, you know, browns and tans. That pale pink is awesome. Although it does look a lot like the blush over here. Let me see if I can get them both in there. It's a little paler, but it does look a lot like it. Here comes the one I'm waiting for, the sea foam. I'm so excited to see this color. Oh my gosh, guys. Look how pretty. And then mint. You have to ignore my splotchy coloring. That's me and not the markers. Because I did some coloring in a Hannah Lynn book the other day, and I managed to get the splotch to go away. But it's because I went over it like 12 times. because I don't know how to color with markers. But we're going to learn together, guys. We are going to learn, because this is fun. I like playing with markers. So we are going to learn how to use markers together. So if anybody has any advice, or if anybody has any ideas of something that you would want to see on a video, it'll probably be some time before I get to it, because I've got a couple companies that I want to get back in contact with me about their products. I've asked them for some information, and I don't want to try to review a product that I don't have all the information about. And I'd rather hear it straight from the company rather than, you know, conjecture from the internet. Ooh, this is a pretty color. I like this too. Spearmint green. I'm gonna have a splotch there too if I don't go back over it. Here comes that sprout green. Oh, that's so nice. It's like an emerald green almost. Well, it's been raining here again for the last couple of days. It's dried out today, but it's in the 40s. So it is cold. It's been in the 80s like for days. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're warm? Have some cold. So I've been freezing all day. Wasn't quite cool enough for me to have to turn the heat on last night, but it was chilly when I woke up this morning. It's chilly in the house. Let's see. This is just plain old green. And that looks like a dark green to me. But then again, they do get lighter as they dry, so we'll see what happens. All right, sage. Looks like an olive color. It does look a lot like sage though. All right. Dark teal. That's an interesting color too. A lot of the colors that are in this pack are really super saturated, and the colors that I don't have, they have a lot more pastels than what you're seeing in here. So, all right, aquamarine. I know it's one word, but I can't fit it. Cool aqua. Ice blue. I want to see the blues. Pastel blue. Nautical blue. And denim. And then I'll do the next row all at once. All right, aquamarine. I'm also going to have to look into some kind of marker storage, because double-ended markers, actually probably all markers, should be stored horizontally rather than up and down. So I'm leaving mine in a case, and what I'm doing with them, like they're in this little plastic case, but they sit up a long ways like this, up against one of the shelves on my desk. So as long as I only take out like one marker at a time, they don't fall out, because this is a really flimsy case. And I clearly did not think this through when I ordered them. So I'm going to have to look into some marker storage. And I don't know whether or not I want to buy like the racks that hold individual markers, or like a marker tote. Because I have these, and the Cali Art markers, I very seriously doubt that I would put those in a display. I'm trying to get used to using the more professional quality markers. Not that the Cali Art markers are bad by any means, but I really struggle with using a chisel. I've proven that, so. I can tell you that these brushes, the brush nibs on these markers are not as flexible as the ones on Copics. Now, I've been told that they do get more flexible over time, and the reason they're so stiff now is because they're brand new, and that as I use them, they will get better. I have also been told that these markers are so affordable because the quality of the brush isn't quite as good as the quality of a brush like on a Copic. So using markers, using them like on the Create Space paper or whatever, will wear them out faster. If you're not using them on super smooth marker paper, you're going to end up tearing up your nibs a little faster. However, these markers are affordable. And from what I'm gathering from most of the people I've talked to who have these, the marker runs out of ink at about the same time the nib has issues. So when I can buy them open stock, and when the two things are going to happen kind of at the same time, it doesn't really make me want to like not use them. Now if it was an $8 Copic marker, yeah, I'd probably not use it on rougher paper. Alright, so now we're on to the next row. So let's write some names down here. If I can get it over here. I can't write. Oxford blue. Sapphire blue. Ooh, it's gonna be pretty. Concord grape. Royal purple. You know, those are gonna be my favorites. Lavender, and that's the lightest purple. There's not like a true pastel purple in here. Magenta. Light peach. Beige. Praline. Now I put these in my own order, so they're probably, oops, I'm writing off the screen. They're probably not in the correct color order because I'm not very good at that. But after I've had them for a while, I'll go back in and switch them if I need to. Coffee. Warm gray 6. Neutral gray 5. Neutral gray, which one is this? I can't see. 2. Yeah, it's 2. Cool gray 7. They have a lot of grays, but there's only a handful in here. Cool gray 9. Ghoul gray. Did you see what I wrote? Ghoul gray. Oh man. And then black. Alright, so that's all of our colors. Let's finish swatching here. Move my squeaky desk chair. Alright, Oxford blue. Now see, this is one of my favorite kinds of blue. That nice, deep, rich, like china blue. Oh, it's so good. So pretty. Sapphire blue. That one's nice too. That reminds me almost of an indigo. Here comes the 3 purples they gave me. Sigh. Let's see what we got here. This one is Concord grape. And that is dark, dark, dark. And the royal purple. That one looks just a smidge lighter. We'll see. Yeah, that one is a little bit lighter. And then lavender. Hopefully this is a nice light color. The nib looks light. That doesn't mean anything. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good. It looks like they've done pretty good with giving us like trios here. So you have a light, medium, and a dark for all of this, and you have some different choices. So that's always a good thing. That means that they have put some time and effort into putting their sets together, which I like. If you don't want to buy a 48 set, these come in all kinds of other different sets, like small sets of I think 6 and 12. There's like bold primaries. There's, I don't know what else there are. I don't know how else they're divided, but you can go to their website, and I'll put the link for the Darice website down below. But if you are going to buy these markers, I suggest buying them right now from Amazon for the, especially if you have Prime, buying them from Amazon for this 48 set. And then if you want any of the open stock, the best place to get those, from what I understand, is going to be Consumer Crafts. So this is light peach. It's a very nice color too. I like that. Probably should have put that up by the pale pink. It looked browner to me, which is why it's down here with these. Alright, and then we have beige. That's another nice skin tone. That would make a good base for a darker skin tone. Like a good base color. You blend it out into that. And then praline. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Look how pretty that is. I love that color. Okay, so maybe I told an untruth and there are some good colors in here for darker skin tones. That praline sure looks nice. Hazelnut. Some companies with markers and pencils are really stingy with their browns, and I don't understand why. I mean, logically I understand why, because you can mix browns, but it's so much easier when you don't have to. And so I like seeing plenty of browns in a set like this. Mocha. Especially when it comes to colored pencils. When they don't give you enough browns, it's like colored pencils are a lot of work anyway. So the more colors you have, the simpler it's going to be to color something with them. So I'm sure the same can be said for markers, although mixing marker colors is easier. Coffee. Oh my goodness, I love this color too. That's gorgeous. Alright, now we're on to the grays and the black, and we're all done. Warm gray 6. Oh, chisel again. This definitely reminds me of the Prismacolor warm gray and the Polychromos warm gray, so they're spot on with that. Alright, neutral gray. Which one is this again? 5. It does seem pretty neutral, but to my eye it almost looks like a cool gray, so I don't know. I don't know. It looks a little cool to me. Neutral gray 2. Some nice light gray. I like that a lot. And grays do come in very handy with markers, because if you want to change how something looks, change, like, I forget what the word is, the value of a color or the tone of a color, when you add gray. I forget what the proper word is, but it's one of those words. Cool gray 7. Yeah, this one's definitely cooler now. I can see the difference. Definitely got some blue undertones to it. Cool gray 9, which will be nice and dark, and then black. Let me get them both out because my arm's in the way. Alright. Cool gray 9. Oh yeah, that's almost black. It's almost like a Payne's gray, really. And then black. And that'll be our set. I'll zoom out and let you look at the whole range of colors all at once. Nice, deep, dark, rich black, which is always a good thing. Alright, that's all of the markers, so let me zoom you guys out so you can take a peek at them. I think that's a nice range of colors for a 48 set. You've got plenty of pinks, The only thing really missing, in my opinion, is yellows, although the sand could technically be considered a yellow, and the cocoa is kind of yellowy. So the sand, cocoa, canary, and golden sun is really all the yellows you get. Then you've got your two oranges. There's not really even like a vermilion. Poppy red is kind of close, but these two look almost exactly the same to my eyes, and I don't know if it's just me or if they are really that close. These two are also pretty similar, though this one's clearly a little bit browner and this one's clearly a little bit purpler. And then we've got, I guess my only complaint would be we need more yellows, maybe another orange, and if in a pack of 48 markers when there's 71 available, I guess my only thing would be is to kind of avoid doing things like this so that you have colors that are almost identical in such a small pack of markers. The browns is one of the best ranges I have seen in such a small pack, so I can't argue about that. The grays are nice. For the 5 grays that they gave us, I think they chose pretty well, honestly. Colors like seafoam and mint and the ice blue and the aquamarine I am absolutely in love with, and I absolutely cannot wait to do something with these. So I'm going to put this swatch away for now, and I will probably come back and color something with these markers. I don't know when I will get around to doing it. I would like to do it soon, but I do not know. That's time permitting because I have so many other things going on right now. But I will see. I will see what happens because I know you guys would like to see that. Speaking of which, I am going to take a break for just a little bit, and then I will come back and do some coloring in something or another. I don't know what. I'll find something, but I will be right back. Alright everybody, I am back, and I have decided that we're going to do a couple things actually today before I have to call it quits. I had some coloring time, so I thought I'd spend it with you guys and do some videos. What we're going to color is more of my Sagner picture that I am working on. I've got one of my combos down here if you guys want to see it. This is how I'm doing some of the flowers. So this is an awesome combo if you guys want to jot that down. I think it's fantastic. So, but before that, I had somebody ask me about this little guy. This is my coloring caddy. So it's just like this little thing, and it has pockets. Let me zoom y'all out just a little bit. And I probably got a mess on my desk. I don't think it's going to let me zoom out any further than that. But this is my coloring caddy. So it's got like all kinds of little pockets and things on it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I have my brushes, a couple little tins of pencils. This is where my sharpener and my entire jar of shavings goes. I've got all kinds of stuff going on in here. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. My rocket book and stuff sits over here on the side. I got my little wicker baskets that hold pencils that fit down in here too. So yeah, somebody asked me about that, and I just wanted to go ahead and show it off. So, let me straighten the camera back out again. Why is it being such a pain? I'm sorry, guys. I know that you're probably not enjoying that at all. There. Alright. So, back into the coloring. So, this is the page I am working on. I'm having so much fun coloring this, and this is where I was coloring last night when I passed out holding my pencils. So I'm going to turn my book upside down, because technically, let me show you. So this is what it looks like, and this page is technically on this side, but I have a hard time coloring like that, so I just turned it upside down. Alright, let me put my sheet in here. And let's see, I have gotten, the colors for this are blush pink, regular pink, raspberry, black raspberry, warm gray 90%, and then around the very, very top edges of these, I'm doing some deco pink. So, I'm going to do a little coloring and a little chatting before I have to end the video, which I think I should have like maybe 20 minutes or so. Alright, so I've got the pink down, so now I'm going with raspberry. And I hope I can remember exactly how I was doing this. It's a little bit tricky. I had like this whole complicated process going last night with it, and now I'm not sure I'm going to be able to remember exactly how I was doing it. But I'll try. So with this, it's just like I color everything else. I put my light layers in first, trying to make sure that I like where everything is placed. Which makes things, it makes me not make as many mistakes with things, I guess I should say. Alright, then my black raspberry comes in here. And that'll just go kind of where things meet up and where there's probably a shadow. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, and I hope, speaking of shadows, I hope that I've gotten rid of most of the shadow problem that I was having with my videos. I kind of rearranged my light sources a little bit, and it seems to me like it's better, so I hope you guys agree. If it is better, we will leave it like this from now on. Alright, that's okay. Now I'm going to come back in with my raspberry. Except now I have a glare on my end, so I have to like move my head way over so I can see what I'm doing. Pull the raspberry up, blend the black raspberry out. Oh, I forgot a little bit of the black raspberry up here. Needs to go there, and it needs to go there. That doesn't bother me to just draw it in like lines because I'm going to come back over it with this one anyway, and it'll help to blend it back out. And then I'll blend it even more when I come back in with the pink again. Alright, so now that that's there, I'm going to get the regular pink. And we're going to cover up some of the raspberry with that. And help blend things back out. That's the whole trick with the Prismas, and I think that's why I like them. It's like easy mode for blending. Once you kind of get the hang of your layers and your blending, the Prismacolors, it just makes it like easy because they just smush together. So, and that's why I'm such a huge Prismacolor fangirl. And then my blush pink comes in. To blend all that out, and then at the very tippy top I will put some deco pink, and that'll just kind of help give us a better highlight. Ta-da! Although this isn't blended quite as well as these ones are, but I'll come back in a couple more times if I need to until I get it the way I want it. Alright, and then one more time with the regular pink. My son's video gaming again, so if you hear him yelling, I'm sorry. He gets so excited. He doesn't get a whole lot of time to play his games anymore during the week because he's got so much stuff going on. But on the weekends, he goes nuts. I don't know how many of you guys are parents of teenagers, but man, oh man, this is one phase of my life. It's definitely something else, let me tell you. There, that's better. I like that better. Alright, so now I'll come down and do this one. So, we need regular... I think where I messed up is I didn't put my regular pink in there first. And that's not regular pink, that's blush pink. Get it together, Erin, get it together. I feel like with the Prismacolors too, having a base layer down or even a couple of little base layers down makes the blending part of everything so much simpler. Alright, and then black raspberry. Oh, that's the warm gray. I can't see this light. That's okay. I was going to put warm gray there anyway. With this light being right in front of me, let me try to knock it down just a little bit. See if that helps me any. Get rid of some of the glare. Now it's gonna fall. My little aught lamp here needs some adjusting, I think. The hinge has loosened up over time. It's got a hinged lid, and over time the hinge has gotten a little bit looser. Now I'm gonna put the warm gray in where I need to put the warm gray, which is just like right along where everything overlaps. And then I will take my raspberry and pull it out just a little. That's the step I forgot. I had this whole big complicated thing going on last night at like midnight. Of course today I forget how in the world I was even doing it. Alright, so we've got black raspberry and the warm gray in about 3 steps too early. So now I'm pulling my raspberry back up some. Now I'm going to go back in with pink. Man, you guys would think I've been hitting the sangria already this morning. But I promise I haven't. It's like, well, it's not morning anymore. It's 12:15 in the afternoon on Sunday. I'm not sure when you guys will see this, but it's Sunday now. Ah! I've got dropsy. I'm just having issues. Maybe I just need to give up coloring for the day. Come back, try again. There's always next time. My children are talking again, so you may be able to actually hear them in the background. We will see. No, they're just going to slam doors. See? Because that's what they do. They're just going to slam the doors. And then we'll put Deco Pink up here at the very, very tippy top. Bring it down around the side just a little bit because I think it looks cute. Alright, so we've got pink here. So I'm going to put pink here, or raspberry in here, because we've already put the pink down. I'm going to put some raspberry in here too. I'm going to put black raspberry, and I'm going to make sure I have black raspberry in my hand this time. It overlaps right there, so I'm going to pull some of that black raspberry in right there. My goodness, my notifications are on and it's going to keep dinging at me, so let me fix that. There, no more dinging. Sorry about that, guys. My notifications kept going off, and when I went to turn them off, I accidentally turned the video off. Oops. Story of my life. Nothing ever goes right. Alright, now pink. And the trick, I think, with this is that, like, on some of these I'm bringing the darker colors up a little higher. Some of them, I'm leaving them not quite so much of the dark color. I'm going to go back over that again with the regular pink and the raspberry. And then I'm going to come back in with the raspberry. Darken it up again because I think I brought the highlight down just a little bit too low. And then Deco Pink at the very top for the highlight. I'm going to do this top little bit here now. So, black raspberry. And then I'm going to go ahead with the warm gray and put it in the places that it needs to go. Like right here, because I forgot to put some there. And then just down here in the V for this one. And then just a little bit around this way. Just like that, and then I'm gonna blend it out just ever so slightly with the black raspberry. I don't want to create any harsh lines. I just want to blend out that harsh, I want to blend out the one I just put there, in other words. Alright, so black raspberry, nope, that's not black raspberry. This one is. Alright, And then regular raspberry. And then pink. And I like coloring this way. I know a lot of people don't. They're like, pick up one pencil, finish up with that pencil, pick up another pencil. I will color one little piece at a time and put all the colors in there. And I feel like it makes it look just different enough from one piece to the next that it gives it character. And that's why I do it that way. There is no wrong way to do this, guys. You do it however you want. But I have had people come and ask me, like, why do you do that? Why do you use like 6 pencils and you just keep hitting them down and picking them up? And that would drive me crazy, because that's what makes it fun for me. It's just one color at a time. I like it that way. Alright, so now this is going to be pretty much all in shadow back here. So I'm just going to take the raspberry all over that little part. And the same thing for this little bit too. Alright, then black raspberry. I'm going to try to leave just a little bit of that regular raspberry shining through here, because if I color it all too dark, you won't know what it is. It needs just a hint of that color, so we know what's there. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of the warm gray. And then I'm going to blend all that back out with the regular raspberry. And that looks nice and recessed and in dark shadow, but you can still tell that what it is because of the color. Alright, so let's take pink. We'll come down here. And then raspberry again. Pull that up and try to center it a bit. And for this one, I'm actually going to leave like a space along the side so I can bring my highlight down all the way to the bottom, because I like to do that sometimes. I don't know why. Like I said, just having little variances in things makes it interesting for me. Alright, now black raspberry. I'm so glad that you guys enjoy videos like this. This is the ones that are really fun for me, when I get to just come and sit down and color and talk and make you guys laugh because I have no idea what I'm doing and I can't pick up the right pencil. Alright, and then we'll do the gray. Then we're going to do some gray up here. Oh, and I just realized that we're going to have to put some shadow up here too. So I'm going to put just a little bit of the raspberry, just like this, all the way across. And then I'm going to put black raspberry all the way across. And then I'm going to put the warm gray all the way across. And this will make our shadow. And then I'm going to leave that like that, and I'll blend it down whenever I get the rest of this finished. So the warm gray needs to go just a little down here at this bottom. Not very much, literally just a little, tiny little bit. There we go. Excuse me. I woke up coughing this morning and I thought, great, I have a cold now. This is going to be wonderful. But it went away, so I don't know. Maybe it was just dry in my room while I was asleep last night. It's hard to say. Pink. Blend that around just a little. And then blush pink. And then deco pink, and that will be our highlight, and it'll help finish blending these things off. Okay, now do you see how that shadow just blended right in? And these are just things that it's trial and error. You just kind of pick things up over time and learn what works and what doesn't. And the things that I do, like right now in this book, on this picture with these pencils, they may work for me right now, but they may not work in another book the exact same way, or with, you know, different pencils in the same book. So it's just, it takes time for you to get used to things and for you to know what technique is going to work and what technique probably isn't going to work and what you need to do. All right, I'm gonna come back in with a regular pink one more time. Really lightly now, just because I don't. And we're gonna skip over blush pink and I'm gonna come back in with deco. There. I think that looks good like that. All right, so now turn the book this way. Where's my sharpener? There it is. I haven't emptied this thing lately. All right, so pink. So I've gotten to a point where a lot of my Prismacolors are tiny, and I'm starting to think that it's probably going to be better for me to order like a whole other set of 150, than to keep ordering open stock, because it's going to get crazy expensive. So I'm going to have to go put a set of Prismacolors on my wish list. And I really hope they fix the quality issues that they were having a year or two ago, because my set that I have never gave me those issues. I think I had like one pencil in the entire set that broke all the way through, like a lot of people have that. I didn't, so I'm lucky, I suppose. But I don't want to, it makes me afraid to order another set now, because I don't want to get a set that's like that. But I do love my Prismacolors, so it kind of puts me in a position. And everybody has said, well, maybe you should buy them like from an art store, go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. Well, I mean, those were shipped there, so there's not really any guarantee that they're going to be any better. I think it's luck of the draw, really. But I understand that Prismacolor has been really good at replacing pencils when that's happened, so that means I should probably save up and get my ordering done sooner rather than later, huh? I just broke my tip off because I sharpened it too much. And something else I've noticed, if you're having issues with your Prismacolors breaking on you a lot, if you keep this little tiny tip, this little tiny point, like a normal pencil point is like, no, that's a short one too. You can tell I'm really all about these Tagall sharpeners. But if you keep like this tiny point, like setting number 1 on the Tagall, they don't break as much. You have to sharpen them, I think, a little bit more frequently, but it doesn't take away as much of the core when you do sharpen. So it's not like you're actually using your pencil up any quicker. As a matter of fact, it may help it last longer since it's not breaking so much. All right, regular pink, gotta look at it and make sure. Plain old pink. Okay, black raspberry. Make sure it's the black raspberry. This one's sharp too. So yeah, that's why I like the Tagall sharpeners. I haven't found any other sharpener that will let me get such a tiny little point. I know Prismacolor sharpeners have a setting that's really close to that, or they make a sharpener that's really close to that, but it's not quite that small, and it gets dull so fast. It's like, I don't know, I don't even want to use it. We're going to set that over there so it quits clicking. Alright, now I need my gray. And then I'm going to come back to regular raspberry. Pull the shadow out. Get rid of all the dust. Alright. Uh-oh, it stuck to my glove. Regular pink, blush pink. And last but not least, deco pink. Looks like I forgot to put some of the deco pink on that one, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so now let's finish this side. with the black raspberry. Doesn't look like I got quite enough on there. I'm going to skip the gray because there's quite a lot right here in this little area, so I'm going to skip it on this one. And then back with the raspberry. And I'm pushing like somewhere between light and medium, and I'm just going over the same spot over and over and over and over and over again, because I feel like that's, I'm going to put some more pink up here. This doesn't look like it blended very well, so I'm going to put a little bit more of the pink. There, that's a little bit better, I suppose. And while I have the pink, I'm going to put it up here. And then we're going to get the blush pink, which is over here. And then deco pink again. And I'm going to try to blend this out a little better too. I don't like it. It looks like a harsher line than I want. So pink. And if I put too much pink, I'm going to lose my raspberry. So I'm just going to have to do some layers here until I like the way it looks. Pull the raspberry up just a little higher maybe. That's a little bit better. That looks better blended. Alright, so now we have left is this little nubbin thingy up here, so we'll get that done. Oh, nope, regular raspberry first, silly. Alright, regular raspberry, black raspberry, and just a tiny hint of gray down there in that little bottom part, just like that. Okay, and regular raspberry again, pull all that together. And then pink. And then blush pink, or yeah, blush pink. And we don't even need the deco pink here. That'll work just fine. And then that is what it looks like when I am finished. And there is another one over here that I need to do in that same color. And then I just have these. Now this I can't tell. I think it's the same sort of flower as this because it does have the little stripes on it, but I want to color it just slightly differently. Like I make it a little darker purple, so somewhere between this and this. Let me zoom it out. That'll try and make it easier for you to see it. You're going to catch some glare from my lamp now. Alright, so this is what it's looking like, and here's the flower in question. I think this and this are the same thing. But what I was saying is I want to make this one back here like a little bit darker, maybe a little bit different, because if I don't, it's not going to look defined like everything else. And so I still need to pick some colors for this flower and this flower. This one's all by itself. There's not another flower like it, so that one's going to have to be like the star of the show somehow. And I need to do this, this, and this. And then this one over here will be the same color as that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope I can get this done. I'm really excited to see it when it's done, and I don't know what I'm going to do for a background yet. I haven't even thought about it. I thought maybe pastels of some kind, maybe yellow, maybe blue. I don't know. I haven't decided, because this is all going to be pinks, purples, and greens. That I do know. Alright guys, well I appreciate you tuning in today and hanging out with me on this lovely Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed the marker swatching and the pretty coloring books that I can't wait to color in. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you like videos like this one or things like tutorials and color alongs and stuff like that, go ahead and subscribe now and then hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I put up new content. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so more people can see it, and that helps me out. In the meantime, be sure you check the description box. It's down there, so look down there if you want to see links to like the Coloring Connection Facebook group, the Simple Art for Adults Facebook page, all kinds of other stuff, my wish list link. I think there's the coffee link down there. So go ahead and check all that out if you're interested in any of that. I will be back in just a couple days with another installment of the Nice Little Town Color Along. And until then, everybody, happy coloring.